Hi, I'm Olivia. When people ask what I do, I usually say I help companies figure out what consumers want, which sounds way more mysterious than market research analyst. I loved my job, my apartment, and thought I had a decent roommate situation with Marissa. We weren't best friends, but we respected each other's space and split chores fairly. At least that's what I believed until I came back from the Chicago conference. You're home early? Mrs. Chen called from her porch next door as my rideshare pulled up. She was watering her immaculate row of potted plants, but her attention was fixed on the pile of belongings scattered across our front lawn. I stepped out, carry-on in hand, blinking at the heap of what was unmistakably my stuff. What? What is this? Your roommate and some man were throwing everything out this morning. I asked what was happening, but she just said it wasn't my business. Mrs. Chen set down her watering can and approached the fence. She changed the locks, too. I saw the locksmith. Changed the locks? But my name is on the lease. I dropped my suitcase and rushed to examine the pile. My clothes, books, even my grandmother's antique mirror, cracked now, lay strewn across the grass. Mrs. Chen shook her head. That girl has always seemed, what's the word? Two-faced? Sweet to your face, different behind your back. Did she say anything else? Why would she do this? I fumbled for my phone. Only that you weren't coming back, that you found somewhere else to live. Mrs. Chen's eyes narrowed. I knew that wasn't right. You're too responsible to not give notice. I tried my key in the front door. Nothing. Through the window, I could see Marissa lounging on her couch with a man I'd never seen before. Hey! I pounded on the door. Marissa, open up! The door cracked open, chain still attached. Marissa's face appeared in the gap. Oh, you're back early. What is going on? Why are my things outside? My voice shook with anger and confusion. Look, things change. Justin needed a place, and you're hardly ever here anyway. Her tone was casual, as if discussing a minor schedule change. I was at a conference. For 3 days. That doesn't mean you can throw me out. Justin appeared behind her. Babe, is there a problem? He looked me up and down dismissively. No problem, Marissa replied. Olivia was just leaving. I live here, I shouted. My name is on the lease. You can't just… Actually, Marissa cut in. I spoke with the landlord. Since you've been late on rent twice, he agreed to let me take over. That's a lie! I've never been late! Whatever. Your stuff is outside. Take it and go. She started closing the door. This is illegal. You can't evict someone without notice. The door slammed shut. My phone buzzed. A text from Marissa. You have until tonight to get your stuff or it's going to the curb. I sank down on the steps, hands trembling. Mrs. Chen approached cautiously. You should call someone, she said softly. A friend? The police? My voice cracked. My phone rang. My friend Tara. Hey, how was Chicago? Learn anything mind-blowing about consumer trends? Her cheerful voice was jarring against my current reality. Tara, I need help. Marissa locked me out. All my stuff is on the lawn. She did what? Tara's voice rose sharply. I'm coming over, and I'm bringing Derek. He's a paralegal. Don't touch anything. Don't move anything. Document everything. This is so illegal, it's not even funny. This is outrageous, Derek said, taking photos of my belongings on the lawn. His usually calm demeanor had given way to professional indignation. Illegal eviction, property damage, theft if anything's missing. The lease is in both your names? Yes, I nodded, sorting through my scattered possessions. And I've never been late on rent, not once. Tara helped me organize my things into piles. What triggered this? Did you guys fight before you left? No, everything was normal. She said she was excited to have the place to herself for a few days. I stopped, the realization hitting me. She must have been planning this. Derek scrolled through his phone. Your landlord's information? I gave him the details, and he stepped aside to make the call. Mrs. Chen had brought out boxes and trash bags to help salvage what we could. I can't believe she'd do this, Tara muttered. I always thought she was kind of stuck up, but this is next-level cruel. Derek returned, looking grim. So your landlord claims Marissa told him you were moving out voluntarily and that you asked her to pack your things. He's coming over. Should be here in 20 minutes. That's a complete lie, I exclaimed. I believe you, Derek assured me. This happens more than you'd think. People wanting to move partners in, thinking they can just intimidate roommates into leaving. A car pulled up, and a woman stepped out. Leah, Marissa's friend from work. What's going on? Leah asked, approaching cautiously. Marissa texted that you were causing a scene. A scene? I gestured wildly at my belongings. She illegally evicted me. Leah frowned. That's not what she said. She told me you agreed to move out because you found a better place, then changed your mind. And you believed that? Tara interjected. Look at this. Does this look like a planned move? Well, Marissa said, I don't care what Marissa said, I snapped. I never agreed to move out. I was at a conference for 3 days. I came home to find my stuff on the lawn and the locks changed. Leah shifted uncomfortably. She did mention Justin needed a place to stay. So she threw me out for her boyfriend? My voice rose in disbelief. He's not just her boyfriend, Leah admitted reluctantly. They've been seeing each other for months. He lost his apartment last week. Months? I echoed. She told me they just met 2 weeks ago. Derek stepped forward. Leah, right? Would you be willing to make a statement about what Marissa told you? It would really help Olivia's case. I don't want to get involved in... She's already involved you by lying to you, Tara pointed out. Leah hesitated, then nodded slowly. Fine, what she did isn't right. I'll tell you what I know. As Leah detailed Marissa's scheming, how she'd planned to wait until I was away at the conference, how Justin had been staying over regularly against our lease agreement. My shock gave way to determination. So, Derek said when she finished, we document everything, file a police report for illegal eviction, contact tenants' rights organization, and prepare for small claims court for the damaged property. Will that actually work? I asked. Trust me, Derek replied, his expression hardening. By the time we're done, she'll wish she'd never touched your stuff. The landlord, Mr. Patel, was appropriately horrified by the situation. After examining the scene and hearing our account, backed by Mrs. Chen's and Leah's testimonies, he used his master key to let us in. Marissa and Justin sprang up from the couch as we entered, Mr. Patel, Derek, Tara, and me. What the hell? You can't just barge in here, Marissa shouted. Actually, I can, Mr. Patel responded coolly. I'm the property owner, and I'm addressing an illegal eviction situation. Justin stepped forward aggressively. We changed the locks for a reason. She doesn't live here anymore. That's not how tenancy works, Derek explained calmly. You can't just decide someone doesn't live somewhere. There are legal procedures. Who even are you? Marissa demanded. I'm helping Olivia navigate this situation, Derek replied, and documenting the numerous violations for the police report and potential lawsuit. Marissa's face paled slightly. Lawsuit? That's ridiculous. Just what? I interrupted, finding my voice. Just decided to throw all my possessions onto the street? Just lied to our landlord? Just damaged my property, including irreplaceable family heirlooms. Look, I'm sorry about your stuff, okay? Her tone shifted to conciliatory. I was going to call you, but everything happened so fast. Justin needed... I don't care what Justin needed. I cut her off. That doesn't give you the right to destroy my life. Destroy your life? Don't be so dramatic. It's just stuff. I said I'm sorry. Your apology means nothing, I replied coldly. You planned this. You waited until I was gone. You lied to everyone. Come on, Olivia, Marissa pleaded, her voice softening. We've been roommates for almost a year. I made a mistake. We can work this out. There's nothing to work out. You've shown exactly who you are. Justin stepped closer, towering over me. Listen, you need to back off. It's done. Find somewhere else to live and move on. Mr. Patel stepped between us. Sir, I suggest you step back. You are not on the lease and have no legal right to be here. This is my home now, Justin growled. I'm not going anywhere. Actually, Derek interjected. As of right now, neither of you has the right to exclude Olivia. She remains a legal tenant. If anyone should leave, it's you as an unauthorized occupant. This is ridiculous, Marissa shouted. Fine, we'll split the place again. You can have your room back. Let's just forget this happened. I laughed humorlessly. Forget? You expect me to live with someone who threw my possessions onto the street? Who broke my grandmother's mirror? Who lied to everyone about me? What do you want from me? Marissa demanded, throwing her hands up. I want justice, I replied simply. And I'm going to get it. Justin lunged forward suddenly, grabbing my arm. You need to leave. Now! Derek immediately started recording with his phone as Tara yelled, Don't touch her! That's assault, Mr. Patel stated firmly. I'm calling the police. Justin released me, shoving me backward. This is pathetic. All this over some stupid room. It's not about the room, I said, rubbing my arm where his fingers had dug in. It's about what's right. The weeks that followed were a blur of police reports, legal filings, and temporary housing arrangements. Mrs. Chen offered her spare room while I sorted everything out, a kindness I hadn't expected but desperately needed. The judge granted the restraining order, Derek announced one evening as we gathered in Tara's apartment to review the case. Justin can't come within 100 feet of you, and Marissa can't enter your bedroom or touch your belongings while the housing situation gets resolved. Small victories, I sighed, scrolling through apartment listings on my phone. Not so small, Derek corrected. The court recognized the illegal eviction. Mr. Patel's evidence about the lock change was crucial, and Justin's assault charge means he can't live there anymore. Parole conditions. Tara placed a cup of tea in front of me. How are you holding up? Better than I expected, I admitted. Having a plan helps, and knowing they won't get away with it. My phone buzzed with a text from Marissa. Can we talk? I really am sorry. I wasn't thinking clearly. Is that her again? Tara asked, noticing my expression. I nodded, showing them the message. Fourth apology this week, Derek noted. Classic pattern when legal consequences start becoming real. I'm not responding, I said firmly, putting the phone away. Nothing she says matters anymore. The doorbell rang. Officer Rivera, who'd been handling the case. Just wanted to update you personally, she said after Tara invited her in. We've processed all the evidence, including the security camera footage from your neighbor's doorbell. It clearly shows premeditation in how they removed your belongings. That's going to be very helpful for the civil suit, Derek commented. And the criminal charges? I asked. The DA is pursuing criminal mischief, illegal eviction, and assault charges, Officer Rivera confirmed. They're taking it seriously, especially given the property damage. The next day, I ran into Marissa outside the courthouse after the hearing. She approached hesitantly, Justin noticeably absent due to the restraining order. Olivia, please. This has gone too far. I've lost my job over this, and Justin might go to jail. Can't we just settle this between us? I regarded her coolly. Like you tried to settle things by dumping my possessions on the street? I made a terrible mistake. I know that now. Her eyes welled with tears. We were friends once. Doesn't that count for anything? Friends don't do what you did, I replied evenly. And the time for talking was before you decided to destroy my life, not after you got caught. So that's it? You're going to ruin us completely? I'm not ruining anyone. The law is holding you accountable for your choices. She wiped her eyes angrily. You always were self-righteous. Justin was right about you. And there it is, I said quietly. The real Marissa. Goodbye. 3 months later, I sat in my new apartment with Tara, Derek, and Mrs. Chen, who'd brought her famous dumplings to celebrate. To justice, Derek raised his glass. Restitution for all damaged property, 3 months rent compensation, and a solid reference for future housing from Mr. Patel. And to new beginnings, Tara added. This place is way nicer than the old one anyway. Mrs. Chen patted my hand. You stood up for yourself. Not everyone does that. I smiled, looking around at the people who'd supported me. I learned something important through all this. Some bridges aren't meant to be repaired. They're meant to be burned completely so you can build something better. Have you heard what happened with them? Tara asked cautiously. Marissa moved back with her parents in Ohio. Justin took a plea deal, community service, and anger management. I shrugged. Not my concern anymore. Do you ever regret pursuing this so aggressively? Derek asked. I considered the question. No. Sometimes the only way forward is through. They thought they could steamroll me because I'm nice. They learned otherwise. So what's next for you? Mrs. Chen asked, refilling my plate. I smiled, feeling lighter than I had in months. Living well. Isn't that the best revenge? What would you do if someone betrayed your trust so completely? Would you fight back or walk away? Let me know in the comments below.